That's underwater? Oh my God. Oh, you're lying. That's a thing. Oh no. That's fake, right? Is that fake? But it is, guys. It's your boy Blastphamoushd HD, and today we're here to hopefully not scare the shit out of myself as bad as I think I probably am gonna. We're gonna watch some underwater things today. I figured no time better than deny. If you guys wanna watch the original video, the link's in the description down below. It's your boy Blastphamoushd HD. Let go.
Did you know that humans have only explored about 54% of the world's oceans? There have been more people that have gone to the moon and back than they have visited the deepest of the ocean floor. So it's just natural that we always find things down there that we think are strange. Today we're going to be looking at 10 strange things found in the ocean. Number 1 is a reminder of just how cruel Mother Nature can be, so stay tuned for that one. With all that said and done, let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Manganese Balls. In some parts of the world, the ocean floor is littered with balls made up primarily of manganese. The problem is, no one knows for sure how they got there. These balls come in various sizes, from golf ball sized spheres to some as big as bowling balls. Aside from manganese, these oddballs also contain various metals such as iron and
What is the substance called manganese? What is it?
Scientists think that the nodules grow very slowly, padding themselves by less than an inch in a million years. The largest nodules found by scientists could be as old as 10 million years, but of course, this is primarily speculation. No matter where they come from, people seem to agree on one thing, that these vast fields of manganese balls combined contain more of the element than all terrestrial sources combined. Certain companies have also publicized their intentions of mining them, which has raised a lot of environmental questions, of course. But if allowed, it is estimated that we could recover 21 billion tons of the element, which is, well, a lot. Number 9. The Underwater River. There is an underwater river flowing under the ocean in Mexico, and you've got to see it to believe it. Located just 15 minutes away from Tulum on the Yucatan Peninsula, the submerged natural wonder will blow your mind. Approximately 180 feet below the ocean's surface, the freshwater river is separated from the saltwater above by a layer of hydrogen sulfate. Because of the limited visibility during the descent through this hydrogen sulfate cloud, only advanced scuba divers are allowed to make this dive. The cloudy layer is termed a halocline, an area where freshwater and saltwater meet. The haze is due to the sharp contrast in salinity. Once through the fog, fallen trees and leaves can be seen on either side of the river. This is just one of many cenotes, or natural sinkholes, that formed as a result of groundwater being exposed by collapsing limestone bedrock nearly 6,500 years ago. Cenotes are especially common in the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, and because of their mystic and unique qualities, were once used by the Maya for sacrificial offerings. Number 8. The Yonaguni Monument. The waters off the coast of Yonaguni, Japan, is world famous for the schools of hammerhead sharks that seem to frequent the area during the winter months. But in 1987, when local scuba diving instructor and director of Yonaguni-cho Tourism Association Kirichiro Arataki discovered something underwater that was far more interesting than sharks, everything changed. Called the Yonaguni Monument, it is mostly composed of sandstone and mudstone, while various structures connect to the rock beneath them. The most prominent part of the monument is a giant slab of rock that is nearly 500 feet long. It is also 130 feet wide and 90 feet tall. It's hard to imagine divers missing this massive structure given that it is located in relatively shallow waters of only 16 feet deep. Although some people think that these rock formations are natural, what makes many people, which includes some scientists, believe that the monument is more than just a giant piece of rock underwater is the variety of details that point to human influence. There are what looks like a couple of pillars, a stone column, a wall that is 33 feet wide, a road, and even a star-shaped platform. Also known as the Japanese Atlantis, the Yonaguni Monument is subject to continuous study and exploration, and it's only a matter of time before it reveals its secrets. Number 7. The Sea of Galilee Oddity. The region around the Sea of Galilee, not to mention the sea itself, is rich in history and, of course, mystery. Many biblical characters have been...
This really isn't even that scary as much as it is just plain informative and interesting.
...said to be within its waters, and is also the site of one of Jesus' many miracles. However, a recent discovery has just added itself to the list of the sea's many mysterious accolades. Nautical archaeologists have reported the discovery of a monumental conical stone pile built of large, natural, unhewn basalt cobbles and boulders on the floor of the Sea of Galilee. The structure is definitely man-made and measures about 70 meters in diameter at about 219 meters below sea level. This was reported by archaeologists Yitzhak Paz, Moshe Regev, Zvi Ben Avaram, Shmuel Marco, Gideon Tibor, and Danny Nadel in the International Journal of Nautical Archaeology. The structure is made up of basalt boulders, the largest of which was 1 meter long. There are two prevailing theories on what the structure was used for. One is that it was an unusually large fish nursery, as similar structures have been found before, although significantly smaller. Another theory states that the structure was first on land and was probably a giant cairn, a structure used to mark burials, which was subsequently submerged due to the rising of sea levels. Whatever its purpose may be, there's no denying that this massive 60,000-ton structure generates more questions than answers. Number 6.
This is my first time ever hearing this beat, but it sounded like it was gonna be good, so I had to treat it like it was.
Underwater crop circles. Crop circles are no longer surprising to most of us. It's one of those things that pop up in a cornfield somewhere and we immediately think of some farmers' kids who have too much time on their hands. But when these strange patterns started to appear underwater, it raised a few eyebrows. Divers off the coast of Japan started seeing the weird patterns in 1995, each one about 7 feet in diameter. This seemed like another sign aliens were hanging out on Earth, only now they were drawing weird pictures in the sand. A weird pastime for aliens, but fortunately for their reputation, it turns out that there is a perfectly natural explanation, although I must admit that the actual explanation is no less weird than the aliens did it. Male pufferfish actually create these circles in order to attract a mate. I'm not sure how a female pufferfish judges these circles, but it seems that she has her standards. Once she selects the coolest looking among them, she lays her eggs and swims away, leaving the male to raise the kids all by himself.
Wow, that's messed up. These hoes ain't loyal.
About one dedicated parent. Number 5. The Fury and Helka Strait hung. Aside from having the coolest name ever, the Fury and Helka Strait, located in the Nunavut region of Canada, is also the site of a strange deep-sea mystery. Various people have reported mysterious pinging and humming noises which emanate from the bottom of the ocean. There have been many similar incidents reported all over the world, but a couple of things make this particular phenomenon unique. It launched a massive government investigation, and according to hunters in the area, the sound scares off the wildlife. Locals have different theories for the pinging, the CBC reported, but no source has been confirmed. One theory blamed a mining company that is operated nearby, but the company said it doesn't have equipment in the water. Some locals also suggest that Greenpeace could be behind the sound, scaring wildlife away from the hunting ground. However, a spokesperson for the environmental organization vehemently denied these allegations. Number 4. World War II treasure. War is expensive business, and the last thing that England wanted in World War II was to lose the Nazis, just because they were low on cash. Before the internet and worldwide banking, that meant silver and gold from the Empire had to be put on a ship and sailed around the world. Calling that extremely dangerous is an understatement, especially when Nazi U-boats are in the waters. In 1942, the SS City of Cairo sailed from India with 100 tons of silver to help out the war effort. Oddly enough, they decided to sail without escort. To the surprise of absolutely no one, a U-boat found the ship and blew it to pieces. The story goes that the captain of the submarine felt super bad about it, surfaced his boat, yelled to the survivors in lifeboats, "Hey, sorry for sinking you," and disappeared back under the water. Meanwhile, all those silver coins sunk
Because that apology totally matters while I'm drowning to death. Wow.
to the bottom of the ocean. For decades, $50 million of silver just sat at the bottom of the ocean, with only the fish around to use it. Finally, it was rediscovered and the United Kingdom financed the team to grab it, probably with strict orders to take none of the coins for themselves. Upon retrieval, all the money was returned to England, melted down, and sold off. Number 3. The 52 Hertz Whale. All across the ocean, scientists set up underwater listening devices and spent their Saturday nights listening to the sounds of the deep. That's not true, they actually use them to track whales down. Every whale species has distinctive calls, so whale aficionados can easily identify what they're listening to. At least until they heard the 52 Hertz whale. Since 1989, this whale has boggled researchers because it's the only one in existence that calls to that specific frequency. No one truly knows what's going on with this lonely whale. People tracking the whale, which scientists have named 52, say that it always travels alone. They have never heard it with other whales or heard any other whales calling at 52 Hertz. It's possible that 52 is looking for other whales of its species, constantly calling out for some company. No other whales of his species ever hear him. 52 is totally alone. Nobody knows exactly how this happened. It's more likely that he belongs to a totally different species of whale that we haven't identified. If that's the case, where are the other members of his species? He could be very well the last one, which gives tons of tantalizing mysteries about what happened to his mates. Even weirder, nobody has ever seen the lonely 52. He has only ever been heard, like a ghost in the ocean. One day we might find him, but for now 52 is an inspirational icon for people who love solitude. Now it's time for the day's best pick. And today we will be looking at a strange discovery that have baffled and divided people for years. While some say,
Bro, that look like something off of Halo.
others say it's nothing short of legitimate proof that we are not alone in the universe. Number 2. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. More than 90 meters beneath the waves of the Baltic Sea lies a weird object that resembles the Millennium Falcon from the Star Wars movies. Referred to as the Baltic Sea Anomaly, the strange circular entity was discovered by Swedish explorer Peter Lindberg and his Ocean X team in June of 2011. Pictures and videos were taken of the object, with the eyewitnesses claiming it looked like a giant mushroom and samples of it supposedly brought to the surface for analysis. Conspiracy theorists leapt on the find and hailed it as proof aliens have visited Earth. And for 5 years, few other explanations for the phenomenon presented themselves. And then another theory arose, with people speculating that this thing was actually a secret Nazi anti-submarine device. Very recently, scientists from Stockholm University carried out analysis on samples carved from the Baltic Sea Anomaly, and concluded that it is simply a glacial deposit. However, Lindberg isn't satisfied with that conclusion, pointing out that it doesn't explain why all of his electrical equipment cut out when he arrived in the object's vicinity. Water Cemetery. There are no flowers or gravestones to mark the resting places of the lost citizens of Camiguin, only a giant cross rising up out of the water to mark where this place of rest once was. In the 1870s, a volcano near this place erupted and caused the cemetery, along with the capital city surrounding it, to sink below sea level. In order to commemorate this place of loss, a looming cross was built in remembrance. Visitors all over the Philippines and the world come to admire this man-made marvel filled with legend and enchantment. Some say a feeling of loneliness will hit you once you see this structure standing all alone in the middle of the sea. A place of reverence and reflection, the site is accessible by boat and visitors can stand on its small base while it remains above water. Many take the small boat ride in order to take photos and soak in the view of Mount Vulcan, the volcano that sacrificed the people of Camiguin to the sea when it came into being.
That last BD play was fire. But before that, we're about to check out a video that some of my friends have pointed me towards. It is named eloquently Magna Pinna, Squid Filmed at Drilling Site. That's underwater? Oh my God. Oh, you're lying. That's a thing. Oh no. That's fake, right? Is that fake? Hell no. That shit look like the aliens from off of the Independence Day. Damn that. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. It's your boy BlastphamoushD. Twisms.